All right, welcome back. Did a little Dremel work to the interior to kind of cut out for where the receiver and stuff goes, but this body mount needs to come out, so we're gonna do that. We'll back these screws out here. Those are tiny little guys. And then that pulls right out. We're not going to use that. So that should, we're going to use these magnet mounts, and obviously if you're at all into the 24th scale scene or tiny crawlers, then you know who 24 Yep is. These are from his Thingiverse, I think. I could be wrong. I think it's Thingiverse. Anyway, you print these and magnets recess into those little cutouts there. You can get these magnets on Amazon for not very much. 60 magnets for like 10 bucks or something, I don't know. Anyway, so these fit really well between the chassis rails, like so, if you're seeing that. And then you got multiple different points for what height you want to do. So I'll magnet mount the front and the rear of this thing. And then just to get kind of an idea of where we're gonna sit, obviously everything's still got to get glued, but we'll kind of be sitting along those lines. And then I'll need to modify the wheel arches and stuff eventually, but you know, we're making a van. It's not gonna be a rock crawler. Like, this thing will be super top heavy. Like, it's not gonna bust out some crazy lines, but it's gonna drive, and that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, that's the plan. So let's see, if we take one of these mounts here, and there's some holes we can use, and again, these are just gonna hold. They're not they are threaded into the 3D printed deal, but like, it's not like they're not gonna bottom out and be snug. They're just gonna, you'll kind of feel a little tiny bit of resistance, and then they just stop there. But there's two screws in the back of that one. They kind of are sticking out into the deal there, but that's no big deal. Custom is what I like to call that. Custom. Golden. And then the same with the front. I'm not gonna do any side magnet mounts on this build. I'm just gonna do the front and the rear, because the way I've cut away, I should have a good spot to mount magnets, either right in here somewhere and right on here. So it should all just sort itself out. That's the hope anyway. I might have to attack this with the Dremel again a little bit. I'm just, I'm not gluing these yet. I'm just getting some sizing. So obviously, like, that's sitting a little high, but I have all those holes where I can drop I can drop the magnet mounts as needed. So that should all sort itself out. I do need to take the Dremel to the interior one more time, because this section needs to come out for the battery tray. And then I think I need to just take these top of the shock towers off. They're pointless anyway. So, all right, we're back. So I Dremeled the top of these off because they were useless. So not the cleanest, but you know. And then I cleared out a bunch more of the interior. So we should be able to go. So there's that. Then we should be able to put our interior back in the bus. This is always kind of a little tricky with tabs on the doors. They kind of give you a little, they kind of fight you a little. There we go. So now we're cut out for the receiver and the battery tray. Get some of this crap out of the way. How about that? And so, I mean, all of that, it's sitting too high, but I mean, you get the idea. We're right there. So I definitely got to lower that back end for sure. And then we'll start to be in much better shape. So these are going to come back out and I'm going to lower them. Which means I need to go back to my pilot screw and clean out the holes I want to use. I also had to Dremel part of this mount out because of the way that it mounts on here. It wasn't allowing the servo to go up in between the chassis rails. So I modified that. Should be much better now. Yeah, look at that. Much better. The shocks can fully compress there, so I like that. Now let's do our magnet fitment again. And I'm sure there's better ways. Whoa. I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but the best way that I've found is just trial and error. Take tiny bits. If you're cutting, take little bits off at a time. And then, because you can always cut more off. What you can't do is add more back on. And yeah, that's sitting pretty level. Obviously we have to cut wheel wells out and whatnot for fitment, but yeah, I'm digging that. why don't we stop there, and we'll call that part 2 for now. And I'll do some behind the scenes stuff, because you guys don't need to see me like gluing interiors and whatever. So yeah, see ya.